family. Yeah, and? Since when does sharing DNA give someone the right to mistreat you? Since when does being related mean they get unlimited access to your time, your mind, and your energy? If someone outside your family constantly dismissed your feelings, ignored your boundaries, or only called when they needed something, you'd walk. No explanation, no guilt, just a clean break. But when it's a parent, sibling, or someone who shares your last name, you're expected to tolerate it in silence. That double standard ends today. Hey, it's Nadia. And if you've been guilted, gaslit, or emotionally bulldozed by people who claim to love you because they're family, this video is going to give you clarity you didn't know you needed. Here's what we're covering: why it's so hard to cut ties with toxic family, the manipulation tactics they use to keep you stuck, what healthy boundaries actually look like, and how to walk away, not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You don't need permission, you need truth. So let's get into it. You've been taught to believe that family is sacred, that no matter what they do, you owe them forgiveness, access, and endless chances. You're told, don't air the dirty laundry. They're still your mum. You only get one dad. But none of those sayings sit with your actual experience. None of them account for emotional abuse, manipulation, control, or neglect. That programming teaches you to excuse behaviour that chips away at your self-worth, and it keeps you stuck in cycles that hurt simply because they're familiar. Sometimes the people who cause the most damage are the ones we were taught to love unconditionally. And that's why walking away feels so heavy. It's not just a boundary. It's breaking a belief system you've carried since childhood. You didn't choose your family. You were born into it. That fact alone doesn't make them safe, supportive, or entitled to stay in your life. Respect is earned. Safety is earned. Love isn't proven through tolerance. It's shown through action. You'd never keep a friend around who judged you, used you, or belittled your pain. You'd cut that person off, no question. But when it's your sister, your dad, or your nan, you're expected to play nice, to swallow your feelings, to pretend everything's fine. Let's be clear. Being related does not excuse harmful behaviour, and it doesn't obligate you to keep them close. Let's name the behaviours that get swept under the rug in dysfunctional families. Guilt tripping. After everything I've done for you. Translation: you're not allowed to have boundaries. Gaslighting. That never happened. You're imagining things. Designed to make you doubt your own reality. Obligation. But we're family. Code for you don't get to say no. Victimhood. You speak up, and suddenly they are the one who's hurt. Triangulation. Dragging other relatives into the conflict to gang up on you. These tactics, they're not just annoying, they're manipulative. They keep you stuck. They turn your needs into problems. And they're the reason you walk away from every interaction feeling drained, guilty, or like you're the crazy one. This is not how healthy families operate. Healthy dynamics are built on mutual respect, honest conversations, accountability, not control masters concern. Here's your permission slip. You're allowed to walk away from toxic family members. You are not a bad person for protecting your peace. Sometimes walking away is a final boundary, put in place after every other one has been ignored. You don't stay in a house that's burning just because it's the one you grew up in. You get out, You save yourself. That's not cruelty. That's survival. And before anyone twists this into cutting people off for no reason, to be clear, walking away is usually the last resort. Most people try for years to set boundaries, to communicate, to keep the peace. But when those efforts are met with gaslighting, guilt, and repeated disrespect, walking away becomes the only sane option left. Before it gets to that point, boundaries are the tool. Not to control others, but to protect yourself. Boundaries sound like this. Please don't speak to me like that. I'm not comfortable discussing that. If this continues, I'll have to step away from the conversation. But here's the part people miss. Boundaries mean nothing if you don't enforce them. And once you do, the fallout is a test, not of your worth, but of their respect for you. If someone crosses your boundary after you've clearly stated it, they're choosing the consequence. You're not punishing them. You're just responding to their decision. You get to define who earns a place in your life. You get to build a new story, one that prioritizes safety, honesty, and peace. Real family shows up. They take accountability. They respect your growth, even when it makes them uncomfortable. You're allowed to mourn the family you wanted while still walking away from the one that hurts you. And you don't need a dramatic exit speech or anyone's permission. You just need clarity and the courage to follow through. If this resonated, if you've felt trapped in the guilt, the pressure, the expectation to just keep the peace, you're not alone and you're not the problem. Drop a comment and share the moment it clicked for you, the moment you realised blood wasn't enough. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, send it their way. Because the more we talk about this, the more we normalise the truth. Love and abuse don't belong in the same sentence. Subscribe if you want more straight talking content on healing, boundaries, and doing the work without the bullshit. Until next time.